Sometimes we get so much busy in making homes in other people's head that we forget that we have our own home. Not only home but a grand palace built by our God Almighty, built by our nature for us to reside in. And sometimes we get so much busy in making so many homes into so many hats that we forget that at the end we have to return to our own home to stay. Hello everybody, my name is Sarad and today I'll be talking about self-love. Why is it so much important and how can we increase self-love? So sometimes you may say that I love Mrs. and Mr. So-and-so before loving myself. But my dear friend, you are sadly mistaken because you can't love anybody else first without first loving yourself. Because other people exist for you because you exist. If you didn't exist, nobody else would exist because you exist. It's the reason you exist that other people exist. If you didn't exist, then nobody would exist, and if they existed also you wouldn't know and it wouldn't matter. Sometimes we get so much drenched and so much absorbed into other people that we forget that there is something called as I, something called as self. We are so hungry and so much asking for love and acceptance from our loved ones that we forget to love ourselves. Sometimes we are literally begging for love. Come on, we may not realize it, we may not show it, but we are actually literally begging for love. And if by begging for something you would get that thing, then actually all the beggars in the world would be rich by now. You need not ask for love. First, you need to love yourself and you'll have so much love to love yourself and you'll have so much extra love to segregate it into the outer world. And as third law of Newton says, every action has equal and opposite reaction. The love you send into the world, you will get it back. And asking and seeking for validation, acceptance is anti-self-love, because you need not think what people think of you and people will accept you or not, people will love you or not, because first you have to love and accept yourself and whole world would love and accept you. And if they don't love and accept you also, it wouldn't matter. So what is self-love? Self-love is not simply the state of feeling good or happy. Self-love is the state of appreciation of your whole being that comes through the actions that inspires mental, physical and spiritual growth. Self-love is about accepting your whole being, your strengths, your weaknesses, everything, and loving yourself. Self-love is the love that aspires your growth. Self-love is the love that inspires you to become better and better person, and with that, loving yourself more better and better. The self-love I'm talking about here doesn't mean merely loving your body, merely loving your hair color, loving your skin color, loving the way you look, loving the way your body looks. I'm talking about this because self-love nowadays has become so much limited up to loving your skin color, loving your eye color, loving your body. Because self-love is more than that. Self-love is about loving your whole being and loving your whole life. So how do we develop this self-love? Can we develop it by going to the gym and having sexy body? Can we develop it by having a nice makeover and looking good? Can we develop it by reading something that's inspirational? Can we develop it by having somebody to love and having a nice relationship? The answer is no, 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 because though these things may feel good and though these things are gratifying, they are not related to self-love. So how do we love ourselves? So how do we increase and initiate self-love? It's completely subjective thing because we have our own ways and methods of loving, and we have to find our own ways of loving ourselves. But some things are universal and some things are there which initiates and which creates self-love. The first thing I want to talk about is self-talk. Yes, self-talk. Talking to yourself. We talk to so many people. We talk to even those whom we don't feel like talking to. but we forget to talk to ourselves. Talking to yourself may sound absurd, but talking to yourself is so much important because it's you who know you the most. It's you who understands you the most. So, how do we self-talk? We have our own ways. We can create our own ways, and you can talk to yourself either loudly or inside. But we have to talk to ourselves. So when it comes to talking to myself, I do like this. I treat myself as a third person, and so my name is Sarad, and I call myself Sarad and say, so how are you, Sarad? How do you feel, Sarad? What do you want, Sarad? What do you need, Sarad? And the questions that you put onto yourself, the answers that comes from inside will change your life. So the next thing which initiates and inspires self-love is mindfulness. So through mindfulness, you can witness yourself and know what do you feel, how do you behave, and peep inside what's happening inside. So through mindfulness, you develop self-awareness. And when you know yourself better, when you are aware of yourself better, then actually you can love yourself. And it's easy to love yourself. So through mindfulness, you also actually get to know who you are and what you are. And after knowing actually who you are, you don't need to validate yourself through the opinions of others. So the next step towards self-love is self-care. Yes, you need to take care of your body. You need to take care of yourself. You need to take care of this body, which is the temple of the spirit, which is the reflection of God Almighty. You need to give up all those things which is anti-self-love, which is any forms of drug, alcohol, cigarettes, perverted sex, and these things can actually harm your body, attention, and your consciousness. So not only taking care of your body, but taking care of your mind through feeding it with positive thoughts, and taking care of your mind and spirit through meditation. Actually, meditation is also a magical tonic towards self-love. And I recommend sahaja meditation, which is really simple and spontaneous method of meditation which happens through Kundalini awakening. And to learn it, it's completely free, and I will put down the link in the description below. So another important step towards self-love is self-priority. Yes, you need to set yourself at top priority than anything and anyone else. If your work is giving you stress, and if you don't like your job, then you can take break from your job. Or if you don't like the job, then actually you can quit it, because nothing is more important than yourself. If there is anything harmful to you, maybe your love, maybe your friends, maybe your work, then you need to eliminate all those things from your life. And sometimes it's even okay to be selfish and remove all those toxic peoples from their life and love yourself. So the last thing I'm going to talk about self-love is to forgive yourself. Yes, you need to forgive yourself. We have a bad habit of feeling guilty at the slightest things. Even if we step at an ant unintentionally, then we feel guilty for so long. That goes to that extent. And actually, guilt is anti-self-love. You need to release this negative energy of guilt and move forward in your life and forgive yourself, and you'll become a better person. Actually, you need to accept your humanness. You need to accept that you are a human being, and to feel angry, to shout at somebody, and to make wrong decisions in your life is completely okay, and you need to forgive yourself. And it's necessary to not forget that God Almighty is the ocean of forgiveness, and there is nothing that can't be forgiven. So that was all about self-love from my side. Thank you for watching till the end, and if you like the video, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to leave your inspiring comments. I'll come up with the next video. Till then, keep loving yourself. I love you and may God bless you.